Where did I put the pen? Hi. Shit. I need to go. I thought I still had the pen here. I don't. I'm here. We are here. Hello, hello. I'm just getting set up right now. How's everybody doing? Okay. All right. Hi. Hello, hello. Okay, see people. Okay, I haven't seen anybody. Okay, hi. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Let me get everything on out. And we'll go over everything. It's just me this week. Liv has something going on. So you guys are just stuck with me. You don't get your friend. But yes, Kate, I do have you written down. So we will start with you. No, I have not. Good try, though. But yeah, Kate, we will start with you. If you guys would like to get on to the cue list, just comment your name and I will jot you down. Yes, if you didn't know, Howie has successfully molted. And also, if you follow the drama and everything that's been happening on, like, the cat side of TikTok, Baby Bird has an official diagnosis. We finally know what's wrong with Baby Bird. And so she finally has an actual proper treatment plan. So yay for Baby Bird! It's been a good week for the TikTok pets. Elena, I do have you written down as well. Okay, so I'm going to go over my rules quickly, and then we will get started. If anybody else would like to get on the queue list, just comment your name, and I will jot you down. Readings are free. We don't... I'm still going to say we, because usually it's me and Liv here. But we don't charge anything. You have the most precious... Oh, thank you. I didn't think they were that great, but especially in this lighting. But thank you. So yes, readings. If you want to get one, comment. We don't charge anything. It's just me this week. I'm all by myself. I'm sorry I missed last week. I had just gotten back, like Tuesday, I had just gotten back home from visiting my parents as a spontaneous trip on the weekend. And so I was just exhausted all Wednesday. And so I was just like, not doing it. Ray, absolutely. I can jot you down. Got you down. So how it works, if you guys want to get a reading, just comment your name. I will try and watch to keep them writing down, because like usually there's two of us. It's just me this week. So I will do my best to make sure everybody gets written down. And then I'm going to be live for about 2-ish hours. So yeah, I don't do love. I don't do future readings. So just so you guys know, it's just kind of going to be, we see what the cards want to say. If they do bring up those topics, we will talk about them, but I never give specific readings on those things, right? So, just so you guys are aware. I think those are kind of like the basic rules. I mean, in general, be nice to everybody. We don't judge or anything. If you want to support, you can do gifts, which all the proceeds from the stream gifts goes towards my kitty, Salem. And then I do give a pull from a special spiritual AF deck for gifters. If you want to subscribe, because you can subscribe now, you can absolutely do that. And that will support both me and Liv. Like the money that we get from subscribers will be split between us. But I do lives like a lot for other things too of crafting and stuff. So like in general, just whatever I get from gifting goes towards my kitty, Salem. So that is that. And of course, likes, comments, and shares and all those things are going to help in general. So we're going to start here with Kate. Are you, so sorry, I know we kind of got diverted. Are you still hanging out in the chat, Kate? And so everybody is aware right now, the cue list that I have is Kate, Elena, then Ray. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to show you the decks that I work with, and then you can just pick whichever one you would like to go with. Alrighty, so first up, I have gorillas, as in the band. I also have unicorns. Then I have 2 oracle decks. I have Alice in Wonderland oracle deck, as well as a mermaid oracle deck. So it's your choice which you would like to go with. I'm going to turn the volume up a little bit on music. Mermaids? Absolutely. Hi, Maya. Where's my pen? I have you written down, just to confirm with you. You are welcome. I got to do an escape room with my sisters this last weekend. That was fun. Shipwreck and Nautilus Angel. That's what we're going to start with. So Shipwreck, Siren, and then Nautilus Angel. If numbers mean anything to you, Shipwreck is number 40 and Nautilus Angel is number 2. If I need more information or I feel like there's something else that they wanted to say, I will just pull from the top. So I'm going to start here with number 40. The mermaids cards, they come with a, sorry, I'm just trying to get this at the right, kind of right spot. Sure. Okay. They come with a poem and then like the full thing. How does it work? So you'll kind of see this is like the first reading that I'm doing right now today, for the night. So, sing to me, siren, of those lustful depraved, of gluttony, excitement, and vanity displayed. Sing to me, siren, of excess and greed, of slothful indulgence and heady mead. Sing to me, siren, of debauchery and fame, of riches and shiny things, I'll stand steadfast yet again. Soon your willpower will be tested, and you will have to employ great discipline to make it through the rough seas. Just like Ulysses was tested by the siren song, you have to steel yourself against great temptations. This is the time to prove to the world that you are made of stronger stuff and can withstand whatever is thrown your way. Maintain a strict schedule, moderate your consumptions, curb your appetites, and be prepared to be tested when you least expect it. Take some time to contemplate the vices that you are most susceptible to and where you may be weak. If you maintain your discipline, focus, and dedication to your goals and ideals, you will set sail through the tough times ahead with your head held high, and you will be stronger, healthier for it. So, a card just about like a little bit of like, hey, like you're going to have to buckle down a little bit right now. So I don't know if you already feel, Kate, like you're kind of maybe going through some stuff, like, or if it's one of those things of like you can almost feel it coming, like it's been too calm lately, something's going to get fucked up, right? Yeah, that makes sense. It relates a lot. Okay. And then your Nautilus angel we have, let me be your angel. I'll watch over you with all the loving tenderness you gave to help me through. Let me hold your head up. I will guide your way, the way you led me through the maze when my steps went astray. Right now, you have a lot on your plate, and it's getting difficult to tackle it all on your own. Striving to be independent is admirable, but we are social beings, and at times we must rely on each other in order to thrive. Maybe you think asking for help is a sign of weakness, or you are afraid of being a burden. Just remember of all the times that you have given help and advice, and recognize that your loved ones will welcome the opportunity to reciprocate. By allowing others to support you physically or emotionally, you are contributing to a beautiful cycle of giving and receiving and allowing someone else the chance to experience how rewarding it can be to help someone else. So I'm getting the sense of like, hey, there's a lot either you're currently dealing with or that is especially coming ahead, and you can't do it on your own. It's just like, seek help. Don't let yourself struggle on your own. Like, just because you can make it to the other side by yourself doesn't mean you need to. Like, if you do it on your own, maybe, like, with the ship analogy, if you do it on your own, your ship may be in literal pieces by the end. You made it, but you really don't have a ship anymore. Whereas if you got yourself a crew, even if it's just a few, you make it through the seas a lot better, right? Thanks for the follow. So just kind of like that sort of idea of don't go it alone when you don't have to. If you have people who can help you, let them help you. Right? And I know that's something that I think a lot of people end up struggling with, of like the idea that I feel I was meant to. Oh, thank you. But this is a reading for Kate too. But yeah, if it applies to or feels like it is you, maybe I came across your For You page at just the right time. Thanks for the follow. Okay, yes. Yeah. So it is just that idea of like, don't make things harder on yourself. Life is already shit. Life is already hard. Don't make it unnecessarily harder on yourself. If you have people that can and are willing to help you, let them help you. And I know that's something that like a lot of people kind of struggle with. We kind of, I don't know, it's like almost a human thing that we just kind of get it in our heads that we can do it on our own. Why should I bother other people if I can make it on my own? But it's like, what state are you going to be at the end of it? It might not be worth it. Just ask for help. So yeah, I'm glad that, that did resonate a little bit with you. I hope that whatever is seemingly is already happening, I hope that it does get better, and everything will be okay. But as I like to say when I close off a reading, if what we do say resonates with you, we appreciate the likes, comments, shares, follows, all of those things that help in TikTok's algorithm. Of course, we also appreciate stream gifts that are not required in order to get readings, but we do appreciate them. All the proceeds from the stream gifts goes towards my kitty, Salem, and just set aside in like vet funds and stuff like that. And then I do give a poll from the Spiritual AF deck as an additional thank you for gifts. If other ways you can help, there's like the whatever that heart thing you can like follow. Is that a follow thing? I forget what that is. But you can do that. You can do the subscribe, because we definitely want to be able to start running like subscriber only stuff eventually and everything. So you can subscribe, and the subscribe will definitely help support both me and Liv. Yeah, the stream gifts goes towards my cat, and then the subscriber would go towards both me and Liv at this point. If you want to... Oh, the other thing, these lives are being posted after the fact on we have a YouTube for just to kind of hold the VODs afterwards. So if you ever want to reference the reading that you got, you would just go and like find the day that you got your reading and you can watch it there. So we still have to get, not last week because I wasn't live last week, but the week before, I still have to get that one up. But Liv did post the previous week already. So if you go to the Linktree, there's a link now to the YouTube where you can follow us there in order to like see things, and if you want to just check on a reading that you got in the past. So yeah, thank you. Okay, moving on. Sorry. Okay, so just to confirm, I did write you down, Delilah and Sherry. I do have you both on my queue list. The next person that I have up is Elena. Are you still hanging out with us? And just to update everybody on where the list, the queue is right now, we have Elena, Ray, Maya, Delilah, and then Sherry. Whew. Sorry, as I just like do a bunch of rambling and everything. Thank you. You are welcome, both of you. And thanks for the follow. So, I'm just going to wait a little bit, do another call for Elena. Maya, I do have you written down, I believe. Or was that a different Maya? Yeah, Maya, I do have you written down. It's not quite your turn yet. We are on Elena right now. But she may have ducked out because I go on long rambling tangents sometimes. Same one. Okay. Okay, so I'm not seeing her say anything, so I'm going to move on. Ray, are you still here? If Salem pops up, I will definitely show him on camera. But if you are a regular on the streams, you absolutely know that he does not like to be on camera. He seems to actively walk away as soon as he realizes it's pointed at him. So just going to do another call. Ray. I don't know how long the stream is super delayed either, but I try and give like a minute or two for you to realize that you are being called. So yeah, okay, we're going to do a last call for Ray. If I don't see anything in about a minute, I will move on. And then it will be you, Maya. So if we do confirm that you're on the list, we will get to you, even though sometimes I do a little bit more of a rambly rant in between. Because, I mean, that's just me. I go on some little bit of a tangent, or sometimes I just want to make sure somebody feels like they're okay, or especially what I always worry about is that somebody's going to feel like, oh, they just gave me a reading and then suddenly I fucked off. You know, like just move on to the next person. I don't want to feel anybody feel like they were just rushed past it like as soon as it was done. Sorry, I was off for a while. Oh, it is your turn, Ray. I was just about to move on to do the next one because I had shouted out last call for you. But yeah, if you're here, we can go right on ahead. So let me see. I'll hold up the decks. I'll hold up the decks for you, Ray, and then you can pick which one you'd like to go with. Hi, Queen. Thank you for the rose. Hang on, Queen, and I will get you your Spiritual AF card right after this reading. Such a coincidence, right? So we got the gorillas, as in the band. We've got unicorns. And then I have my 2 oracle decks, which is Alice in Wonderland. Sorry, there was a noise. And mermaids, which we just read from. So it's up to you. If you need to see the art or the cards again. Okay, which oracle deck? Alice or mermaids? Those are both considered oracle decks. Thanks, Queen, for ice cream now. Yum. Sorry, I keep forgetting to turn off that. Alice? Yeah. We don't go live with other people. I keep saying we because I'm so used to Liv being here, and so I just almost look like I'm a little bit crazy, like I think that I'm multiple people, but... Oh, thanks for the mic! But I promise, it is just one person here. Multiple waffles, right? But no, there's only one waffle. It's just that I'm without Liv, and I'm used to saying we for everything, because it's usually the two of us. We'll just pretend that she's here. Curiouser and curiouser. Number 9. If numbers do mean anything to you. So we'll read. Set it there. If I need to get a little more information, we will just pull from the top of the deck. So the Alice cards come with an excerpt from the book and then the, like, passage. Dun, 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 dun. Curiouser and curiouser, cried Alice. She was so much surprised that for the moment she quite forgot how to speak good English. Now I'm opening out like the largest telescope that ever was. When we enter new surroundings and allow ourselves to discover the wonders that lie within us, we often find ourselves feeling fascinated and filled with awe at what is taking place. When everything seems very new and exciting, we can be filled with the kind of wonder that is most often thought to belong to children. The truth is, we can all tap into that wonder again. We can all be filled with curiosity and experience the desire to explore and discover. This is where you find yourself when this card has been pulled. You might believe what is taking place is weird or odd, and indeed it may be. You might be discovering things about yourself that you would have thought impossible or even denied. But now you know that you have so much more within you that you are just beginning to know who you truly are. When this takes place, just like Alice, we grow. Of course, this does not mean that you will literally get bigger, but you will be growing as a human. You are having new experiences, and this creates an expansive sense of possibility. This can seem quite uncomfortable and, again, strange, but it is also wonderful that you are growing in this way. So you may find yourself in weird places with new people amongst unfamiliar behaviors, and you may be changing, growing, developing, and discovering. Do not fret at this discomfort. Try to stay with the wonder of the newness that is all about you. Open up, reach out, and extend yourself to grow. So, yeah. So definitely like a bunch of like new things seemingly coming around. I want to be queen. This is like a taking charge card, number 33. So stepping into power, new things, discovery. So it does definitely seems like a lot of new discovering things, especially particularly about who you are and not being ashamed anymore of like certain things, not denying certain aspects of yourself. I don't want to be anybody's prisoner. I want to be a queen. So you will when you've crossed the next brook, said the White Knight. So this is like a rising your status. You are taking charge of life, making decisions and setting rules and boundaries that are for you, declaring your independence, becoming powerful, and wanting to embrace your full potential. So it is like a discovery. Like with these two cards coming together, I'm getting the sense of a lot of mental health work going on. Like you've done a lot of work with your own mental health and maybe diving in and dissecting kind of like past traumas or dealing with it. And oh my god, that's just what I needed to hear. Thank you so much for doing this. Oh, you are welcome, Ray. So that's kind of what I'm getting with these two cards coming out together is it's somebody who has put in a lot of work into making themselves feel better, especially on the like mental aspect, and then not being afraid anymore to take up space and to demand the boundaries be followed. Being like, no, I'm not being unreasonable by asking for these things. You're being unreasonable by denying them. right? So I think that, like, that's what I'm getting the sense when these two are coming together. I don't know if that, it seems like it kind of speaks to you a little bit of what's going on. So, and it is definitely like a keep growing, keep letting yourself experience new things, keep going about the discovery, especially discovery about who you are, and like finding out maybe this thing that I always thought I didn't like, I do like it. It's just I thought I didn't like it because I never actually gave it a try, or the last person that helped introduce me to it wasn't the right person to introduce me to it. Like, they didn't show me properly, right? So, oh my god. But after this fall, I mean, when it comes to cards and stuff, here's the thing that I always tell people, like, tarot of any kind, because I use playing cards and oracle cards, you wouldn't refer to it as tarot because I don't use tarot cards. So that's why I always refer to myself as a card reader. It's only going to apply to your life as much as you let it apply to your life. So it's not going to 100% nail things down. Thanks for educating me. You are welcome. And there are some tarot readers or card readers in general that would say that they can delve into the future. I always tell people I always advise that I feel that that's a little bit more skeptical, because when it comes to future, that's always going to be wishy-washy. If you do ask cards about future things and they want to talk about future things, you always have to look at it from the perspective of, this is right now the most likely projected outcome. It's never guaranteed, because you have independent free will. Everybody around you has independent free will. It's just saying that, like, hey, this is the one that has maybe a 60% chance of how things will go. So it's going to present that to you, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that is what's going to happen. So for me, that's why I never do future, because, like, I don't like that uncertainty, and I don't ever want to make somebody feel like something for sure is going to happen and then it doesn't. But yeah, tarot or card reading is only going to apply to your life as much as you let it apply to your life. So it's not a science. Sometimes it is just the person that you are getting a reading from is just the right person. They know it's just whatever they say or how they interpret the cards is just what you needed. So if you ever come across somebody who you get a reading from, but you don't feel like there was anything, that doesn't necessarily mean that person doesn't have a connection to the other side, or that they aren't a true card reader or anything like that. It's just that they aren't the one for you, if that makes sense. It's just that at that moment, they didn't connect with what you needed to hear. So, yeah. I think that that's kind of the best way to explain it, of, like, sometimes it's just the matter of coming across the right person. And your own ideas of how, when I read the cards and everything, your mind will come and place it into how you interpret it as well, beyond what I say. So that's where kind of like it comes as a duality thing of just like, I can say how I interpret it, and then your mind will always apply it to you. Okay, sorry about the rambling. Okay, so thank you for that, for getting a reading, and I'm glad that it kind of seemed to connect and mean something with you. So just to give my spiel, then I'm going to do the spiritual AF card for Queen, and then give a little bit of a breakdown of stuff, and then move on to Maya. You will be up next. Thanks again, Queen, for a rose. So, to do our regular spiel, what I'd like to say when we're done with a reading is, if what we do say resonates with you, we appreciate the likes, comments, shares, follows, all of those things that help in TikTok's algorithm. We, of course, appreciate stream gifts. They are not required in order to get a reading, but we do appreciate them. All the proceeds from the stream gifts goes towards my kitty, Salem, and just sets aside in a different vet fund for him. And then we do give a pull from the Spiritual AF deck as an additional thank you. If you would like to support the stream in other ways, you can do like the little follow thing, or you can do the subscribe. because we have that now. And then once we get subscribers, we'll be able to do like subscriber only streams and shit like that. Oh my god, thanks for Tiny Tiny. I said things. So yeah, do all of those things. If you want to follow us on YouTube where we post the VODs afterwards, you absolutely can. Go to the link tree in my bio and the YouTube link should be the first one up there. Then you can follow us there and you can always refer to, if you got a reading, you can always look back then at that date and find your reading, right? Okay. So Queen, your spiritual AF cards at this point. I'm going to give you a few just because you gave multiple gifts and I know some of those were not just one coin gifts either. So the secret to being a good human is learning not to take your shit out on others. Learning to shut the fuck up is a life-changing skill. There's a time and a place to express your feelings, but that's usually after you've taken some deep breaths. Maybe like a million of them. Once you've figured out what the difference is between your shit, their shit, and just shit that happened. Not every emotion deserves an action. Sometimes you just gotta feel shit, take note, and let it move through you. If you are speaking when agitated or afraid, you're usually taking your shit out on others. Harming someone else will never make you feel better. It just fucking won't. I love this card. Me too. I do too. Then we have, so you want to be a badass, show your heart to everyone. It takes a lot of courage to be authentic in this world. Showing your heart doesn't mean you're soft all of the time, or that you're a hot mess or a doormat. It means you're showing up fully as yourself. And you know what's weak as fuck? Living a fake ass life trying to please others. I love that card. Then your last one for now, we have beautiful things happen when you distance yourself from negative shit. What's the first thing you thought of when you read negative shit? Write that shit down and take some space from it for a week. Then notice what happens in your life. You'll probably really like the results. So there we go. There's our spiritual AF advice cards for now. If anybody in the chat would like to get a reading, just comment your name and I will jot you down on my queue list. So right now we have Maya, then afterwards we'll have Delilah, then Sherry, if you guys are still hanging around. So, Maya, let me show you the cards. Also, you look so good. Thank you. Let me show you the cards, Maya, and then you pick whichever one. So, we've got Gorillas, as in the band. Also, if you already know which card deck you want to go with, you can interrupt me at any time. We got Unicorns. Then, of course, our Oracle decks, which is Mermaids. And Alice in Wonderland. Unicorns? Absolutely. I love these cards. Okay. Even though these are like playing cards, the Unicorn deck kind of operates a little bit like Oracles, just because their descriptions and stuff are a lot longer. But I do also still give 3 pulls. Okay. If we need more information, again, we will just pull from the top. But you got the 3 of Clubs, the 4 of Spades, and the 2 of Diamonds. Okay, yeah, you can read them there. Okay. I'm going to find these full descriptions I have. So we are going to start here with the 3 of Clubs. 3 of Clubs. You are strong and proud. There is beauty and elegance here that is definitely admirable. This unicorn was formed from broken glass, stained glass window, to create something that is new and stunning. Like this unicorn, you need to show yourself this love and give yourself a second chance. Allow yourself to put the pieces back together. You may never be as you once were, but you will be new, stunning, and in a far better position for it. Let yourself rebuild. Maybe you feel like things kind of fell apart. Did something fall apart recently? Your Four of Spades. We got ex libris, a phrase to signify ownership of something. However, the nameplate is blank. You are struggling, and you are going through a very hard time. You are unsure where to go, or maybe even who you are. This unicorn wants to encourage you to connect with yourself once again, with your goals and what you want to accomplish. Rediscover your name. Yes, me. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, and you got two cards basically talking about things feeling apart, feeling lost, it's things in shambles, not knowing who you are or where to go right now. So, Two of Diamonds. You are classic, level-headed, and it helps in business and in work. But, like the unicorn, people are going to gossip about you, and you are not going to be everybody's favorite. So, these three cards coming together, I'm getting a sense of kind of plans or something that you had wanted to do, or you were so sure was going to happen. It kind of fell apart, or it blew up in your face, and like things aren't happening the way you thought they were, and you have to rethink and figure things out again as to where you want to go, or is this still the goal you want to go after? Is this, or if it is, how do you go about it? How do you change it up with this new information? Or do you need to just find a different goal? Like, you feel a little bit lost, and it's time to take some space to reconnect with who you are, which will allow you to help like start putting pieces back together and figuring out how to do something. And I mean, like the stained glass, I mean, it is a thing. Like, it's stained glass. In order to make a stained glass piece, you have to break glass to put things together, right? So it's just, it's a process of like dismantling and then remantling things, right? You have to sometimes just completely tear things down and start from scratch. And then this is just like a card saying like, you're not always going to be somebody's favorite. And that's just something I think that is an additional, like, you just have to come to terms with that. Potentially it's like a big people pleaser, and maybe it's that people pleasing aspect a little bit that led to this situation in some way, or has led to you believing in somebody to more than you should have. Like, you can look back now and be like, oh, there were a lot of warning signs or whatever, and stuff that I just wanted to be like, it's fine, they're okay. But really, you look back now and you're like, oh, they really didn't like me. They were just stringing me along because I could give them something or whatever. But it's just like I say, like, hey, you have this knowledge now, like, you just have to kind of accept you're not always going to be somebody's favorite, and all you can do is be the best person you are. Be the best you that you are. All you can do is be authentically you. And if anybody has a problem with you just living your life, that's on them. Like, you can't do anything to change that. There's no point in retaliating. There's no point in trying to change their mind. Just be you, and other people around the both of you, if it ever comes up, they'll just see who you are, and they will be like, they'll make a judgment based on somebody's actions. And if you aren't retaliating in turn, they're going to be like, oh, you aren't bothered. It's really just this person that keeps wanting to talk shit about you, but you're not talking shit about them or something, right? So it is just stay you. Don't wish anybody's harm. Just, yeah. That was heavier than expected. I'm so sorry. I know. This card especially, I don't know. This card always gets me when it pops up, because to me it is a card that really signifies that, like, shit happened. I don't know what, but it always signifies, like, shit happened, and it is just, because it talks about things breaking, things falling apart, and you having to put the pieces back together. So it is a heavy card, just that stained glass one in general. It is a heavy, heavy card. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what fell apart, but I hope that you will be, like, that everything will be okay. I trust that everything will be okay, and you will be able to put the pieces back together. And it may not be how you originally thought things were going to go, or the end product may not look exactly how you thought it was going to, but in the end, it's still going to be something amazing. Like, I truly think stained glass pieces of work are stunning and oftentimes more beautiful, of course, than just a big, huge sheet of glass. So in that aspect, it's just like, to make that beautiful piece, yeah, you have to go through shit, unfortunately, but it will, I never want to say worth it, because sometimes depending on what people have gone through, you wouldn't want to say it's worth it, but it is a thing of, at least you didn't go through the pain for nothing, right? Because it's almost like that was going to happen no matter what, and now it's, so at least you were able to get these pieces to put back together something beautiful still. I don't know, I'm probably just badly rambling and everything. You are welcome. Thank you for getting a reading, and I hope things don't go. I hope things are going okay for you. Truly, I really, really do, and that things will get better. No, you nailed it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I do hope that things will get better, of course. Big hugs. And love. Just be kind to yourself right now, especially while you're having to rediscover and put pieces back together. Definitely be kind to yourself. So thank you so much. What we do like to say when we close off a reading, if what we do say resonates with you, we appreciate the likes, comments, shares, follows. All of those things do help in TikTok's algorithm. Of course, we also appreciate stream gifts. They are not required in order to get readings from us, but we do appreciate the stream gifts. All of the proceeds from the stream gifts are going to go towards my kitty, Salem, and it just gets set in a separate vet fund for him. And then we do give a pull from the Spiritual AF deck as an additional thank you for the stream gifts. If you would like to support in other ways, you can do like the little follow thing or whatever. And then you can also do the subscribe. Thank you for that, Maya. You can do the subscribe. Once we get subscribers going, we will be able to do like subscriber only chats and things like that, where we will probably be able to do like more long form spreads and stuff for people. So yeah, you can do that. Oh, and you can hit the link tree in my bio, and there is a link to, now we have a YouTube channel set up for the VODs afterwards as well. So you will always be able to then go back and look at your reading and re-listen to it there. You will just find the date that you got your reading and go and view it there. So yeah, okay, so I'm going to read your Spiritual AF card, Maya. Get to hear it all again. You do! If you want to, you don't have to. I'll read your Spiritual AF card here for you, Maya, and then the next person up is Delilah, if you're still hanging out. Drink water and mind your own fucking business. And the back just says, "Nuff said." Hey, it's me again. Do you mind another one if possible? Jacob, I can absolutely give you one if you would like. I can write you down on my list. Okay. Oh, literally, right? I almost feel like that one's directed at me because I'm sitting here, I'm like, I forgot to grab myself a drink before I started the stream. Oh, well. I might, like, pause and grab one in a bit. Delilah. It's not a wig, it's my hair. It's attached to my head. This is my hair. I had to leave for a bit. Did I miss my reading? No. No, you didn't. I'm on Delilah, and then it's you, then Jacob. But Delilah might be gone. It's been a while. And I know sometimes people are just like, they have other shit going on, and they may just like duck out. and say goodbye, or see if they can find somebody that's doesn't have as long as of a queue or something. If anybody would like to get a reading and is sitting around wondering, just comment your name and I'll jot you down. It doesn't cost anything. Thanks again. I gotta get to bed. Have a good sleep. You definitely deserve it. Have a good rest. And thanks again for stopping by. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything from Delilah, so I'm just going to move on to Sherry. So Sherry, we'll go, you are here, we'll go. You may have already seen the decks. I don't know if you have seen all the decks or not. If you already know which deck you would like to go with, just interrupt me at any time. Haley, I do have you written down now on the cue list. So we got gorillas, as in the band. We got unicorns. Then we got Alice in Wonderland, an oracle deck. Then we got mermaids, another oracle deck. Thanks for the follow. So if you know which one you would like to go with, Sherry, just let me know. Mermaids? Absolutely. I'm here for the mermaids. Is the music okay for everybody? I don't know if it's like too quiet that you can't really hear. It's like an okay volume for me on my end. Woo! Okay. $23, Golden Mermaid. So I'm going to read the poem. I'm going to have a feeling that I'm going to need to pull at least one more card for this. So these, again, yeah, these ones come with a poem and then the, description. It is easy to become complacent, to lie back and be content, with tolerable circumstances, to give up and give consent, to common expectations and meagerly pursuits. It is easy to traverse along the least resistant routes. It is easy to become complacent with one's situation and surroundings, but it is dangerous to do so. The status quo is simple to maintain, but ceasing to strive for more leads to stagnation. Even if you are not dissatisfied with your environment, do not be afraid to set goals and actively pursue them. Get out of your comfortable rut and push yourself. Stretch your mind, your body, and your boundaries to see what you can accomplish when you truly put your mind to it. You have been in the same place mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually for perhaps way too long, and it is time to move on to bigger and better things. Keep in mind, however, that not everyone around you may be prepared to or even interested in moving with you. This may be a move that is yours and yours alone. So you got the whole advice of it's basically saying it's not that it's bad to stay where you are. If you want to just stay where you are right now, that is okay. The cards do, this card does say that. It is okay if what you have right now you are satisfied with and you just want to stay here. But it is also saying when you start to get that inkling of, I've been doing the same thing for too long and it's getting boring, set yourself new goals. You have no idea how much this resonates. You're welcome. So it is saying, it is okay to set yourself new goals. It does, give that warning, because, the mermaids are kind of like this. They never just, they lay things out. I find the mermaid deck kind of lays things out fully. It does also come with the warning of just, be prepared that when you start bettering your life in different ways, or start moving to do something different with it, or whatever, that not everybody that is a friend right now will remain a friend. That just kind of is what happens. You usually end up dropping at least a couple people. you just either lose contact or they become bitter. Like, people just can get like that. They can be angry. They can see things going your way because you have decided to do something different, and that makes them angry. And they think that you are abandoning them or you are leaving them or something like that. It is a card saying, like, be prepared that that is a thing that's going to happen. But ultimately, the move as a whole, doing and learning new things, is always going to be better and more beneficial for you. Right? Jellyfish. Jellyfish portal. This one I remember, it's number 19. So this one is a card, like, a little bit talking about going with the flow and just seeing where life wants to take you. So, and that doesn't mean that it's in juxtaposition to learning something new, because this one can just be like, hey, look into something and then just see where that current takes you, right? Just go with it. When you start looking at it, just go with it. Go with the flow. Don't resist change. Don't, like, it's basically like, don't resist change. You can, like, jellyfish, they can move on their own, but, like, think of the currents as just the next phase of your life or the next journey or whatever. And it's okay to, like, move yourself into a current to be like, hey, I wonder where this one will take me, right? So, these definitely, they work very well together. Just saying, like, hey, when you want to learn something new, it's okay to pursue it. Yes, you're going to lose some friends, but that's okay. That's a natural part of growing and expanding your life. Doesn't mean that you don't, like, it's not a card saying, like, oh, don't grieve or don't be upset because of that, because it's natural and you knew it was going to happen. Like, it's not saying that at all. So just know that it's just a natural thing that's going to happen. You're allowed to be upset, and you're allowed to be sad, and you're allowed to be worried about which friends you're going to potentially lose, whether it's just lose contact with or the friendship literally fall apart. You are allowed to be worried about that, but don't let that be the reason you stay either, because that can be detrimental in a different way. TM, if you want me to put you down on my queue list, I absolutely can. I'm not sure what name you want. I have right now just TM, if that works. I have to make a decision on leaving my job. That can be difficult. That can definitely be a difficult one. Tanya? Okay. Okay, I have you written down, Tanya. Yeah, that can be a difficult decision, and I never want to, like, push you in a direction at all, because whatever's going on in your life is, I mean, that's yours to make. Only you can tell if a move is truly going to be good for you or not, right? So yeah, it's 100% up to you. The reading was spot on. You're welcome. So I am just going to give my little spiel, and then I'm going to fix the music because it just turned off on us. Hi, it's Jacob. I'm still here. Okay. Yes, Jacob, you are up next. So I'm going to give my little spiel, and then I'm going to go quickly grab a drink and fix the music. So, what I do like to say when we close off a reading, if what I do say resonates with you, appreciate the likes, comments, shares, follows, all of those things that do help in TikTok's algorithm. Of course, I also appreciate the stream gifts. They are not required in order to get readings, but I do appreciate them. All of the stream gifts gets put into a separate fund for my kitty, Salem, and I do give a poll from the Spiritual AF deck as an additional thank you for stream gifts. If you want to help in other ways, you can do the little, like, join, follow thing or whatever. I don't know what that does. But it's there. You can do it. You can do the subscribe that should be down there as well. Han, I have you written down. You can do both of those things. And if you want to follow us on YouTube, you absolutely can. Go over to the link tree in my bio, and there is a link to the YouTube channel where we are going to be posting the VODs after they happen. So we still have one to get up from not last week, but the week before. And then we will get this one up hopefully sometime this week. It's all on me to remember to download them and post and send them off to get posted. So that's on me. If they're not posted, it's purely probably because I haven't downloaded it. So that way you can always go back and reference your reading if you would like to. Okay. So I'm going to go fix music, and then it'll probably just say like stream paused or whatever, because I'm just going to do it quickly on my phone here, get it reconnected. And then I'm going to grab a drink. So I am still here. If it says paused, I am still here. Don't worry. It will be your turn. If you already know what deck you want to go with, Jacob, you can let me know. Otherwise, I will be showing the decks when I get back with my drink. Okay, drink in hand. Okay, so I'm going to show the decks. I don't see any... I don't see anything. So Jacob, I'm going to show the decks for you, and then you can pick whichever one you want to go with. So we've got gorillas, as in the band. We have unicorns. And then the two oracle decks, which we have as Alice and mermaids. And it's your choice. And as promised, look who's joined us. There's the Salem in the background. The second to last one. Mermaids? Was it mermaids? Or was it Alice? I don't remember. Was it Alice? I think it may have been Alice that I showed second to last. Yes, okay. I love this song. Especially this like haunting version. I do the shuffle and still sometimes cards just throw themselves out. Ooh, it is upside down. Okay. So you got 14 clock time. So this is the upright. It was the reverse for you. So let's see. These cards come with a passage from the book. And then the reading. If I need more information, we'll just pull from the top. Oh, my ears and whiskers, how late it's getting. So, I'm going to read... So, the way these come is it's got a full big passage, and then it's got two breakdowns for upright or reversed. So, I'll read the full big passage, and then I'll read how it interprets it when it's reversed. We are a long way from seasonal time, from the ebb and flow of tides, the cycles of the moon, and the rise and set of the sun. Instead, we, like the white rabbit, have watches and clocks which tick and tick to mark the passing of every second. There are times when you need to move quickly, when you have appointments, deadlines, or important responsibilities that need to be completed. When you are amidst such activities, you will be consumed with them. You may become anxious, short of breath, hurried, and rushed. It may seem that you need to move faster than other people need to. This can lead to stressful, heart-racing moments, and when you are reactive like this, you are less capable than when you are focused, calm, and clear. Even though it is true that you must meet a deadline, you must take a moment to slow down so you can attend to your responsibilities. You are in the midst of a whirlwind, be it the eye of the storm. Put to rest the urge to worry, to fret, to rush until your clock is done. and the need to impress those you wish to please. Work carefully, clearly, and focus your intent. See a sunrise, bathe in the moonlight, notice the leaves changing of color, and you will work faster than if you were to hurry and get caught up in the worry. There is no need to rush. Just look as if you are taking your work as seriously as it truly deserves. Pull back, stay calm, have a plan, and stick to it. All will be well. So reversed. This is the real struggle of meeting a deadline. So it's like the struggle or refusal to meet a deadline. Procrastination, avoidance, feeling overwhelmed with the responsibility, giving up on dreams or goals, making no progress or feeling like you're making no progress, feeling like you're being too slow, staying still when movement is needed. So this is a card talking about, because like the overall huge passage explains the stresses that you can come over when you are so focused on getting the work done. Sometimes you worry too much that you're not getting the work done, that you're more focused on the worry than you are on actually doing the work. Oh my god, yes. And thank you so much for the follow as well. So this is card definitely pointing towards like, hey, it gives you the advice on how to solve this, of take a breath, step back, and let yourself dedicate the time that each task truly deserves. Don't rush through it, because I mean, too, when you're trying to rush through it to meet a deadline or whatever, it can be detrimental in its own way, right? You can make mistakes or something, and as I would like to say, handing in late work is better than not handing it in, right? So if you aren't going to make the deadline, that's fine. I know we can get too caught up in the anxiety that comes with not meeting that deadline, but all you can do is be truthfully honest that, hey, this is taking longer than expected. I'm going to do my best, but I can't guarantee it by such date. And let them know, and like, they may argue and they may be upset, but you can tell them, hey, I can hand you a botched product, or I can hand you it done properly. What do you want, right? Hi. So those are kind of the things, and the reverse is definitely like the whole, you are at the point where you are just letting yourself get so consumed by the worry and everything that you aren't getting anything done. And that's only making the worry worse, which makes you panic more, which makes you kind of shut down more, which, you know, it's the whole vicious cycle of things, right? Thanks for the follow. So it's that vicious cycle going on that feeds into each other, and you're just kind of stuck running in a loop, and you need to break yourself out of it. It's hard to break out of it. I get stuck in these doom spirals all the time, and it's very hard to break out of them. I don't have solid advice on how to break out, or any tricks or anything. It's just the only thing that I can advise or point towards is pick a task that seems the easiest to do and start there. Look at the list of everything you need to get done. Which one seems the most manageable? Which one seems the least stress-inducing? Start there. So, I hope that, like, everything's okay. Messages for a rabbit. I mean, this is definitely talking about just running around and doing things for other people. There is a part of it that is just, I think, a talk about, like, connecting with nature or whatever, too, but there is also the aspect of it of just running and doing things for other people and not truly yourself, which I feel fits into with the clock time, especially being in the reverse, right? So, I hope that you're okay. I hope that you do get things sorted and everything's okay. Just be kinder to yourself. If you're gonna get punished or whatever for late work or something, there's no sense in you punishing yourself before the punishment from, like, I don't know, teacher, boss, or whatever. There's no use in the double punishment, right? So just be kinder to yourself, at least. Let yourself handle it one task at a time, and start with where it feels the easiest. And even just taking off that one thing out of your list will make you feel better. So I'm glad that things did like at least make sense. I do hope things get better. If what we do say resonates with you, I do like to say appreciate the likes, comments, shares, follows, all of those things that do help in TikTok's algorithm. Of course, also appreciate the stream gifts. They are not required in order to get readings, but I do appreciate them. All of the stream gifts from every stream. Oh, he left now. Oh no, he's right here. Every stream that I do goes towards this munchkin. Hey, down here. Hi. That's, yeah, that's the Salem. So all the proceeds that I earn from stream gifts goes towards him. It gets put in a vet fund for my kitty Salem. I do also give a pull from the Spiritual AF deck as an additional thank you for every stream gift I get. If you would like to support in other ways, you can do like the little follow thing or whatever that's there, and then you can do like the subscribe thing too. Subscribe definitely would help support both me and Liv, who is usually here with me, but not currently. Thank you, Tanya, for that. I will get you a Spiritual AF card shortly. Speaking of, so I will read Tanya's Spiritual AF card, and then Haley, you are up next. So just let me know if you're still here in the chat, because you will be up next after this. But yeah, you can do the subscribe, and then we'll start be able to do like subscriber only streams and stuff like that. As well as we do have a YouTube channel that we upload the past VODs onto. So if you ever want to revisit a reading that you got, you will be able to go do that. Just hit the link tree in my bio, and it should be the YouTube one, I think, is the top link in that link tree now. So you can go do that. Awesome. Good to see. Okay. So read this for Tanya. So Tanya, your heart is the new balls. How did testicles get so hyped as the power center of the world? The heart, my friend, has always been far more powerful than those two delicate dangly things. Check in with your heart. Put your hands over that giant thumping muscle and ask it straight up how it would run your day if it was given the chance. Then give it the chance. I love that card too. Okay. So thank you again for that gift, Tanya. Haley, if you already know what deck you want to go with, just interrupt me at any time, but I am going to show them up. Hold them. Oh my God. I'm going to hold them up again. We got gorillas. Oh no, my connection. Oh no, did it drop? I didn't notice. Did you hear your card? Did you hear the Spiritual AF card, Jacob? Did people hear that? I hope so. Tanya, if you're here, can you let me know if you heard the Spiritual AF card? If not, I will read it again for you. I hope everything's okay. I heard it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, about the heart. Okay, good. Okay, so that didn't get missed. Okay. Okay, so for Haley, the cards. We got gorillas, as in the band. We got unicorns. Then my two oracle decks. I have an Alice in Wonderland. And we got mermaids. So whichever one you would like to go with. If you want to see the art again, just let me know. Mermaids? Absolutely. Hi, Salem. I have a cat currently underneath the table now, rubbing against my legs. He's getting to be a sucky boy. Which usually means he's getting hungry. But he still has about an hour before, well, almost an hour and a half more like, before he gets fed. Because if I don't feed his supper right before I go to bed, he is just a monster throughout the night. Stardust Angel! Oh my god, I love this card so much, it's so pretty. Okay, number 22, if numbers do mean anything to you. What you doing? I heard you getting into something. Isn't that just, what cats do? Okay, so we'll read your poem and everything for this. If we need more information, I'll just pull from the top here. Stardust Angel, celestial counsel of the night, steer me soundly with your light. Navigate, instruct, advise. Share your knowledge, make me wise. Enlighten me, help me decide. Be my astral spirit guide. We all have someone in our lives that we can look to as a role model. Somebody who can guide us in times of trouble or uncertainty. Now is just such a time, and it is in your best interest to turn to this person, or to follow in their example. Their wisdom, good sense, and strong moral compass are precisely what you need to guide your own life right now. So, who is it that you look to as a kind of like moral guide? We all have those kind of like role models, whether it's a family member, a friend, or even just like a person. Like, it might be a character from like a TV show or movie or something. It could just be a character itself. And so the person doesn't have to be alive, or it doesn't even have to be a real person. My mom. I feel like moms are a big one, right? So it is saying like, hey, turn to them for a guide. Like, you know, do the what would mom do, right? Jeweled Octopus. So this is a card, it's number 17. So this is a card talking about somebody who isn't as they seem. Everybody is not as they seem. Not all that glitters is gold. Nor is the very bright bauble the priceless treasure that it may first appear. So, are you dealing with somebody that is maybe feeling like a little bit of a backstabber? Did you do Tanya's? I did. No, wait, I haven't. We're gonna get to... I did Tanya's... Like, I pulled Tanya's Spiritual AF card, but Tanya's reading is after Haley. I kind of am. Okay. So, yeah. That... I feel like that's... This is... Cause it's funny. This is a card that, honestly, I find pops up, yeah, when you're dealing with somebody who is two-faced. Somebody who you thought was a great friend isn't. Somebody that you really, really trusted has betrayed you, or the funnier thing that it always ends up popping up with, I find, is if somebody has approached you with an MLM, right? Can I get a reading? Fee. I may have time. Stick around. I may have time to get to you. I may not. I think we're going to be on the maybe side right now of my Spiritual AF, or of my readings. So, okay. Yeah, this is like the MLM, like, you know, multi-level marketing, pyramid scheme, basically. Those are the two instances that I find this card ends up popping up with, is if somebody's dealing with somebody trying to get them to join an MLM, or if somebody is just a two-faced backstabber. Somebody who you thought was great isn't, right? But then you got this general advice of like, hey, talk to your mom about it. You indicated that this card made you think of like your mom, with the whole that's who you turn to for advice, that's who you would model yourself after and everything. So it is like, look to her, maybe ask her for advice on how to deal with a situation. Whether your mom is, I don't know if she's still alive or has passed, it doesn't matter. You can still turn to that person, right? So it is trilobites. Sorry, I just wanted to get like a little bit. This is 44. This is just talking about being resilient, being strong, and being able to stand the test of time. So it's kind of the indicator, like, you'll get through this. Like, it may not be pleasant, but you will get through it. You're tough. You're strong. You can do it, right? So I hope that meant a little bit of something to you, Haley. It seems like it may have. The last thing I got from you is I kind of am. So it seems like it may have meant a little bit of something to you. I hope that the advice of like, go talk to your mom about it is a good direction to go. And just knowing that like it's okay, like you'll get through it. Whatever kind of betrayal or struggle you're having right now, like you will get through it. It sucks. It definitely recognizes it sucks, but you'll be okay. It's, yeah, you'll be okay. You'll be able to get through it. You'll be stronger. You'll be wiser because of it. And you'll think of it, because depending on the type of like kind of betrayal or whatever may have happened, the important thing to try and focus on is not what happened, not the betrayal that happened, but the fact that you now have this, or hopefully are able to have this toxic person not in your life anymore. You've been able to remove them and you don't have to deal with their bullshit anymore. So that's kind of the best way to try and think of it, honestly, is to try and think of it from that angle instead of this shitty thing happened to me. You can think of it as, I found out somebody was a snake and they're gone now. So, sorry. If what we do, so as I close off the reading, what I like to say is what we do say resonates with you. We appreciate the likes, comments, shares, follows, all of those things that make TikTok's algorithm oh so happy. Of course, we also appreciate stream gifts. They're not required in order to get readings, but we do appreciate them. All the proceeds from the stream gifts goes towards this demon down here, Salem, who has hiding his face behind the board. It goes towards my kitty, Salem, and just kind of like put into a separate vet fund for him. And we do also give a pull from the Spiritual AF deck as an additional thank you. If you would like to help the stream and support us in other ways, there's this little like follow-y thingy up here you can do. You can do the subscriber, just the subscriber thingy down here, which would support us. Usually my friend is here with me. That's why I keep saying us or we or everything. So, would support us, and if you would like to, or if you got a reading and you want to watch it later, or in general support us in a different way, we do have a YouTube channel as well now that we have up. You can go and view it over on, you can go to my link tree and the link to the YouTube is in there, and you can follow us over there as well and always be able to check back on your VODs. That being said, next person up is Tanya. If anybody else would like to get a reading, you can still comment your name, but I am going to be warning people they will be on the maybe. I cannot guarantee that I will have time to get to them. Sweet. If you already know Tanya, what you would like, what deck you want to go with, you can interrupt me at any time, but I will hold up the art and everything again for you. So we have gorillas, as in the band. We've got unicorns. We've got Alice in Wonderland. Hi, we've got another Jason. Unicorns? Absolutely. Salem, you kind of really messed up my system sitting in that chair now. I love my cat. You can see his tail in the corner flicking once in a while. So you got the queen, yeah, the Queen of Hearts, the King of Hearts, the Four of Clubs, and the Eight of Diamonds. So, Jason, okay, I will have you down on my, on the maybe list. I cannot guarantee that I will have time to get to you. Okay, so Tanya, we're gonna start here with your king. Face cards often refer to people, so when I read the description, the first person that pops into your head is most likely who the card is pointing towards. Even if you feel like the description doesn't match that person 100%, it can still be referring to them, right? So, King of Hearts. This is your knight in shining armor. Wherever they go, they light up the room for you. And the world is just more beautiful with them around. They are loyal, sweet, and eager to offer help. Often, they do not even have to be asked. They are simply observant. So this is somebody who is like observant, who you see as that kind of knight in shining armor type person. So if you are thinking in terms of love, it's definitely the person that you would attribute to, like, that is my soulmate. That is my twin flame, right? Your 4 of Clubs. There is a unicorn here breaking away from the rest of the herd, and while that may be scary sometimes, it is what is needed in order to move forward. It is good to be skeptic. It is good to ask questions and to not blindly follow others just because everybody else is. So being your own person, not being afraid to break away, not being afraid to question things. It's scary, and like oftentimes you lose people maybe because of it, but like it's good for you in the long run. The 8 of Diamonds. It is time to look inside and get back to the basics and the core of who you are. This may prompt a new change in your life, particularly within work. It may be time to go on a trip or a vacation in order to reconnect with yourself and your core beliefs and true passions. So, we've got a whole white knight type thing, your knight in shining armor charging through the scene. But then we've got these two that really feel to me like they are talking kind of about more of the same thing, of like questioning things, breaking away, being more strongly independently you. And this is like not just questioning things, like it can be questioning things in a bunch of different ways, right? Things that maybe right now you don't even think to question, you will question along this path of like self-discovery, or this, once you start pulling at those threads, things kind of tend to start unraveling. So it is just a whole thing of starting to ask those questions that will lead to something bigger, starting to break away. And it can be questions about religion, it can be questions about anything really, like, that you want to learn. It could be questions about ethnicities, questions about cultures, questions about anything, of just starting to question what you have always thought was true and seeing, is it actually true, right? And it could just be down to questioning things that are just seemingly ingrained into society as a whole, like the about internet. Is my connection really, really bad all of a sudden right now? I'm not sure where it dipped out, and I'm not sure how much you've heard. I was talking about these two. This one talking about, like, hey, starting to question things. All but a second. Okay. So, yeah, it could be, like, you know, questioning about bigger things socially, or it can just even be about questioning things that you always thought true, right? That you never thought to question because it was just always around you. Like, your parents taught you it, whether they literally taught you or subconsciously, and like everybody else in the community you grew up in reinforced it and everything, and you were just like, oh, it's just the world, so you never think to question it. You are frozen. Oh, crap. Oh, God. It's saying I still have a good connection, but now I'm worried. You're not. You're all good. Okay, all good. So, and then this one is saying, like, hey, go back to who you are at the core, and maybe take a break in order to do that. Like, let yourself disconnect a bit from the world. It mentions vacation, as in like get away from work, go somewhere. It doesn't even have to be a far vacation. Like just go somewhere where you can truly let yourself unwind, connect, maybe do journaling as far as your thoughts, especially when it comes to questioning things. I find journaling help. I know not everybody finds that journaling helps, but that may be something that you can do to help. And then I mean, like, I don't know who this person is, how they may equate into this. They could be somebody that helps. They could maybe have been the person that sparks the whole you starting this journey on questioning things. Like they came into your life and like you never thought that, like looking at them physically maybe or whatever, you never thought that that would be somebody that you would click with or whatever, and you're all of a sudden you're sitting thinking they are amazing, like what? And it kind of takes you by surprise. I left my job, moved 14 hours away, and I'm breaking cycles. Went to church for the first time in a few. Are you wearing... I am wearing mermaid leggings. I am wearing mermaid leggings. Yeah, so it is like breaking cycles, starting to question things, striking out on your own, and then, yeah, you have this also, like, white knight coming in, setting things into motion. Yeah, yeah. And the knight in shining armor, and I broke it off. That was the beginning, but he kind of set things in motion. Okay. Thanks for the share. I'd like a new knight. I know, right? The knight in shining armor wasn't actually your knight in shining armor. It was just who you thought at the time. And that's okay, but, I mean, hey. Yeah. As I mentioned, you know, like you said, he was the one that kind of set things off and put a lot of questioning and moving into motion, which is also great. I mean, it sucks that you had to kind of go through the heartbreak probably that came with that as well, but it sucks. So I saw somebody ask how you got a reading. Just comment your name. If I have time, I will get to you. I can't guarantee that I will have time for everybody right now, but you can. And I mean, sometimes people run off, and I can do things. Oh shit. I did that in the wrong order. I should have blocked them first. Oh well. Thought he was my person. Yeah. So, sorry, where's my brain? Okay. Closing things off. Okay. As I like to say when I close off the reading, if what I do say resonates with you, I appreciate the likes, comments, shares, follows, all of those things that do help in TikTok's algorithm. Of course, I also appreciate stream gifts. They aren't required in order to get readings, but I do appreciate them. All the proceeds from the stream gifts goes towards my kitty, Salem, just gets shoved into a separate bet fund for him, and I give a pull from a Spiritual AF deck as an additional thank you for gifters only. If you would like to support in other ways, there's this like little follow thing that TikTok does. I don't know. I don't understand what it does, but apparently it does something. Then there's also subscribe. I understand subscribe better. There's a subscribe. You can subscribe as well to support me and my friend who is usually here with me on Wednesdays. That it would go as to help her too. And then if you want to ever see the VOD afterwards, like revisit your reading or whatever, you can go to Linktree in my bio. There's a link to the YouTube channel that we now have up. So you can go and watch some old videos, or you can rewatch your reading if you ever want to. And hopefully we'll get the VODs up soon. We'll now have 2 weeks of VODs that we have to get up. Sorry, I haven't downloaded the other one yet. The next person that I have up is Han. Are you still hanging out? Yes, awesome! Okay. So if you already know what deck you want to go with, you can just interrupt me at any time. However, I will still show the art. So we've got gorillas, as in the band. We've got unicorns. Then I've got Alice in Wonderland. Unicorns? Okay. Let's do it. I love unicorns. Spotify is just playing its own thing. These are songs I haven't even heard. Oh, we got stretches from the baby. I'll show Salem. Look. Aww. He's just sitting here beside me. He wants me to get him food, which is why he's now over here and being cuddly. Okay. Ooh, you got a king too. So you got the, six of spades, the 4 of hearts, and then the king of clubs. So we are going to start here with your 6 of spades. Hopefully you can see that okay. Just try to move it a little bit. Okay, so yeah, start with your 6 of spades. So sometimes it's sometimes it's the little things that make us happiest and keep us going. If you feel like you are stuck, take time to reflect on where you were yesterday, last week, last month, last year, and so much more. You will be amazed just how far you have come when you truly stop to think. And sometimes while we are living through these changes, they do not seem to be happening. But once you stop to look back and see how these change. Oh my God. Once you stop back to look, you will see how these small changes truly pile up to make amazing improvements. So yeah, this is a card because this is one of like a depiction of a unicorn, kind of done in a stylistically older type of painting. So it is kind of like hey, now the depictions that we have of unicorns usually look more like this, more westernized. So it's kind of like a whole, how has the depictions changed over the years? So it is like, you change a lot. And like, while you're living through those changes, you don't think they're really happening. But then when you stop and think about who you truly were at different stages in your life, you realize how much you have grown. And that can make you realize like, hey, I have put in a lot of work. Like, and maybe you are in a habit right now of you have been doing a lot of discrediting the work that you have put in or do put in, right? And it's kind of saying like, hey, stop doing that. Like, take some time to acknowledge how far you have come and what you truly do. Sorry, Salem's getting into stuff now. What you truly do, what you truly have done, and how far you have come. Joanna, I do have you written down, but I cannot promise that I will have time to get to you. I do have to get off in about 20 minutes. So yeah, there's that. Then your 4 of hearts. This unicorn is yearning for something to change. It is looking to the past as if something in its present situation is missing. This is a good time to change things up, to do something purely just for yourself, even if it makes no sense to others. You need to break a routine in order to connect with the passion that you are missing or lacking that you once had. So it is like longing for something in the past, some drive, some ambition that you had, and feeling like you no longer can go after it, or you no longer like, oh, I'm too old, or I have to do blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, no, there's a way to do it. There's a way to do it. And it's encouraging you to take the time to figure that out, right? Like, even if you can only dedicate 5 minutes a day to working towards some goal, well, take that 5 minutes for yourself. Like, take that for yourself. Not just for you now wanting that that connection and wanting that passion back, but for your younger self that loved that thing too, right? You're doing it for them as much as you are doing it for your current self. Then your King of Clubs. So again, face cards often refer to people. Whoever this makes you think of first when I read it is most likely who the card is supposed to be referring to or talking about. So your King of Clubs. This person is someone who is proud and holds their head up high. They can be kind-hearted and generous, although at times let things go to their head. It might do them good to be humbled once in a while, but you know they genuinely do care and are willing to learn. So think of it as like, this is the person in stories that they seem like a cantankerous old man and that they will never change, but then when they are faced with that sudden thing of like having to learn something new, having to change in order to not lose a connection or not lose somebody, then they surprise you by deciding to learn, right? So you may think that there's somebody that you may look at face value who say they're stuck in their ways, but then when you challenge them on those ways, they may surprise you by doing the opposite of what you think, right? So yeah, they are somebody that you generally know they're a good person. So everything together, I'm getting there's something that you're longing for, there's something that you're missing. You feel a little bit stuck, like you haven't done a lot of changes, like you haven't moved very far, and you need to, like, it definitely describes the person, and you need to also acknowledge that you have come far. You may, where people, at least I find, get that feeling of, I'm not doing enough, is because they start comparing themselves to other people. You cannot compare yourself to what others are doing. You just can't. Only compare yourself to who you were before. If today you is better than you were last week, last month, last year, etc., then you are doing better. Then you are moving forward. And that is all that truly does matter. So don't compare yourself to other people's journey. Everybody's journey is different. Other people may look at your journey and be like, oh my God, they're miles ahead of me. What am I doing? I'm not doing anything. Right? So like, don't compare yourself to other people that are seemingly moving forward faster than you. Everybody's doing things at their own pace. The only thing you can ask of yourself is that you are continuously moving forward. That doesn't mean that you can't slip up and take back steps, because that happens. Don't get mad at yourself when that happens. You need to look at the overall if you're moving forward, right? Everybody has good days and bad days. So I don't know if that's something that you're doing, like you're judging yourself a little harshly about like how you've lost connection with things that you loved, or how you don't feel like you have those passions, and that you're not really truly moving. You're not really truly seeing how much work you have done and how much you are moving forward, right? So this is definitely, these two are encouraging to take that time to connect with that love, that passion, that thing that you did for the sake of just doing it. And that can be like, I mean, as far as art wise goes, if it's art things, it could be like writing, it could be drawing, it could be painting or whatever. That thing that you just always love doing and you just feel like you don't have the time to, give yourself that time. Like, carve that out and be like, there is no exceptions. Like, this is me time. And then this card of just, truly let yourself appreciate how far you have come. Stop comparing to others and just view your journey. Like, just look at only your journey and let yourself acknowledge how far you have come, because you have come far, right? So I hope that this means something. Whoever this person is, maybe they are somebody who encourages you, who has helped you, or somebody that is just in general has been there for you, or that did surprise you. And they may be somebody that is a good person to go back to for some for some help maybe with like reconnecting with your passion or helping to get that acknowledgement of truly how far you have come, right? Don't know. They've just popped up for some reason. But I hope, thank you so much. You are welcome. So I do hope that that pointed you in some form of a direction or whatever. That being said, when I do close off a reading, I do like to say, if what I did say resonates with you, I appreciate the likes, comments, shares, follows, all of those things that help in TikTok's algorithm. Of course, I do also appreciate stream gifts. They are not required in order to get readings, but I do appreciate them. All of the proceeds from the stream gifts goes towards my kitty, Salem, who's in the window. Can't really show him right now. It's just difficult to turn the camera right. But, thank you. And I do give a poll from the Spiritual AF deck as well if you give a gift. Just as an additional thank you. If you would like to support in other ways, there's this little like follow thing that TikTok does. Don't know what it does, but it's a thing. You can also do this, the subscribe now, and thanks, sweetie. Hi, Chris. I don't have time anymore. I know for sure I won't have time for other people. I'm so sorry, but you can give a follow. Typically, I go live every Wednesday for about 2 hours. Yeah, so you can catch next week, and it's kind of like a first come, first serve, right? So sorry about that. I know I won't have time. Thank you definitely for the follow. So, the last person, because I'm going to try and squeeze this in quick, just to try and get through as many people still as possible. Fee, are you still hanging out, Fee? I know sometimes I go on rambly, like, long tangents. So I feel bad. Because, like, maybe if I didn't go on so many tangents, I could fit more people in. But I also don't want people to feel like they're just, like, run and done. Get out of here. You got your reading. Like, I don't want people to feel that way. Okay, so, sorry, Fee. If you already know what deck you want to go with, you're more than welcome to interrupt at any time. How are you doing? I am doing pretty good today. Thank you for asking. But I will show the cards, of course, as well. So we got gorillas, as in the band. We got unicorns. We have Alice in Wonderland. Unicorns? Alrighty. I haven't even been able to hold up the mermaid cards the last few times. Unicorns it is. Salem's gone back to sitting behind me on the welcome mat. Ooh, you have 2 people. And you have the 4 of spades, which is the having to rediscover who you are. So I have the 4 of spades, and then you have 2 face cards, which face cards refer to people. So this is the Queen of Hearts and the King of Spades. So when I read those people, like the face cards, whoever you think of first, even if who you think of is you, that is who the card is should be referring to, or most likely is referring to. Just whoever pops into your head, even if the full description you feel doesn't apply to that person, what the cards do is they give you the best description to make you think of the person that they want to, right? Do you still have the Harry Potter cards? I do, but I no longer use them. I use them with like friends and private readings, but I don't use them on live anymore. Just as you can guess, kind of the whole controversy with Harry Potter stuff, I am just phasing it out of my life. But those cards I will never get rid of, but they are just reliquated to being for me and friends. Okay, so 4 of spades is where we're going to start here. So, Ex Libris, a phase used to signify ownership over something. However, the nameplate here is blank. You are struggling and going through a hard time right now. You are unsure where to go or maybe even who you are. This unicorn wants to encourage you to reconnect with yourself, with your goals, and what you truly wish to accomplish. Rediscover your name. So, yeah, that's a card of like, right now you don't really know, you feel like you don't really know who you are. And so it's kind of encouraging you to take the time to ask those questions that will help you rediscover who you are, that will lead you in the right direction once again, right? Then your Queen of Hearts. I think this is like the mom card. Yes, this is the mother card. Often refers to somebody who is affectionate or protective. They have a good and kind nature, but will become fierce when needed. When you are faced with adversity, they will be the first one to speak up on your behalf, truly with unconditional love. So that is that fierce mom energy, right? Yeah. And the whole, like, it is truly unconditional. It doesn't literally have to be mom, mother figure, motherly energy of some sort. Then your King of Spades. This person is ambitious, strong, and knows what they want. There isn't much they wouldn't do to accomplish their goals. If you are on the wrong side of them, they are most likely your greatest adversary. If you are both striving for the same goal, they can be your greatest rival or ally. So it's somebody that, like, so this would be somebody that either they're going to, like, actively be trying to foil you or whatever, or they also are somebody where you guys kind of push each other to do better. Like, you're kind of competing with each other, but not sabotaging each other. Like, you're a rival, but, you know, you don't wish ill, but they can kind of help push you back, right? Like, push you to be better, to do better. But, I mean, it also comes with the warning of, like, you get on their bad side and they have no problem just, like, throwing you under the bus, right? So there's that warning there, too. You have this motherly card, and then you have this of, like, rediscovering who you are. So in my mind, it's kind of like, I'm just getting the sense of whoever this is the person that has really made you question things about who you are or what you truly believe or what you truly want to stand with. You know, like, the fundamental values or morals that you attributed to yourself, it kind of has almost made you be like, is that true? Right? Like, is this what I believe, or is this what I've always been taught to believe? What I've always been told to believe? Is that truly what I do believe? So I get the feel like it's just me, like, this is like, that's the vibe that I get. Like, this is the one that has challenged you to question things, and this is somebody that you can turn to for advice when you're having problems sorting things out, when you're having problems figuring out truly what you do believe. You can turn to them to express your struggles, to express your worries, and they will help you, whether that's help you figure things out. This is going to be my last one for the night. I'm so sorry, guys. But yeah, every Wednesday I do readings. Usually I'm with a friend, but you can follow, and every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific time, I go live for about 2 hours. So I hope, Fee, that this is meaning something to you. I mean, if it's not, that's fine too. I do know that, like, I'm not going to get things right every single time. So, but that's just kind of the strong sense that I'm getting, is that there's somebody that has really challenged you in some things, that has made you question things. This is somebody, like, the mom card is kind of like somebody that you can turn to for advice. And right now you're going through a period of having to redefine and learn who you are, right? Yeah, like, yes, thank you. You're welcome. So yeah, I don't know. I don't get a sense of if this person is good or bad, because there's a couple different ways that they can make you question things. They can make you question things of just, like, they truly challenge you on your beliefs and try and push you to do better, or they can make you question things as in, like, gaslighting, right? So and I'm not getting a sense really as to which one, but either way, I mean, like, go to the mom, and she will help you sort through the feelings that you're having problems untangling, right? Like, that's somebody gaslighting. Okay. So yeah, your mom will be somebody that will help you, definitely with sorting through feelings. And I mean, if it's the mom card, the motherly, I mean, whoever you attribute that motherly energy to, it could be literal mom or whatever, or the mom friend, whatever. If you go to them for advice, they will also be somebody that is just like, I mean, in this case, if it is more gaslighty, they will also be somebody that's more, oh, they want to fuck around? I will be there, find out. Right? That's like, the sweet motherly energy that they often put out will go away in order to make that person find out, right? So that's kind of, you can go to them for that sort of backup then too, right? Yeah, right? We all love that mom energy of just like, oh, they want to fuck around, I will be there, find out. We all love a mom that does that. So, that being said, I am so sorry for all the people that I did not have time to get to, but thank you for everyone that tuned in, who got a reading. Again, I go live every Wednesday. Typically, it is with my friend, which is why we title these readings as You and Your Friend. So yeah, it can, usually it's the two of us. So every Wednesday at about 7 p.m.-ish. Sometimes we're a little bit sooner, sometimes we're a little bit after, but usually around 7 p.m. Pacific time. So we will go live for about 2 hours. So I'm going to be saying goodnight here and thanking everybody who tuned in, who got readings, who gave gifts, and all of the lovely things. If you still want to support things, you can do, there's this little like TikTok follow thing. I don't really know fucking what it does. I don't understand anything. And then there's the subscribe down here. You can subscribe as well, which definitely helps. The subscribe would go to support both me and my friend who does these lives typically with me. The stream gifts goes towards my kitty, Salem. So that is how you support all of the things. If you want to support Salem, give some gifts. If you want to support me and Liv doing the streams, you can do the subscribe. So yeah, once we have subscribers, we will be able to start implementing things like subscriber-only chats, subscriber-only things, which would then give you like better access to getting readings, probably longer form readings and stuff like that, right? Okay, that being said, my whole throat and mouth is getting dry from being the one to talk for 2 hours. Usually I have Liv to bounce off of, right? Okay, so thank you. Thank you to everybody who got readings. So that is Kate, Ray, Maya, Sherry, Jacob, Haley, Tanya, Ham, and Fee. Thank you to all of those who got readings, and thank you to all of those who gave gifts. So an extra huge big thank you and hug to the gifters this stream, which includes Queen, Maya, and Tanya. Big, huge thank you to all of those. We'll hopefully see you guys next week. Have a wonderful week and a wonderful blue moon tonight.